Overcome insecurities.
Got it. We're live?
Yep.
Here we go. Hey everybody, Kent Clothier here with my faithful friend and business partner, Los Silva. Welcome to Freedom Strategies, guys. This week we're going to talk about how to overcome insecurities. Inside of your business, inside of basically your world day in and day out, how to kind of get past that as an entrepreneur, how to push through it, how to, in my world, how to kind of harness that and use that to your advantage. So, Los, you there, man?
I'm here, brother.
Let's
Dealing with how to overcome insecurities and doubt in your business today.
let's talk about it. Insecurities and doubt. Let's talk about how you get through that, how you would advise somebody else to get through it, and then I'll kind of share my insight.
I think a lot of insecurities that I faced prior, in times before came from trying to overcompete and overcompare myself to others. And I would have some success, and then I would see that Peter over there had more success, and it would piss me off, and then it would make me insecure, or I would have some sort of time or other kind of success, and then I would see that this guy's got the time and he's doing more, and so it's just, the keeping up with the Joneses as far as like business levels and things like that. At some point in my life was really tough, and it made me insecure because as the next ceiling that I would hit, there was always someone bigger and better, and I was like, well, I'm not there, so I never, and it still kind of I don't really ever give myself props on, hey, you're doing a good job, you're increasing every day. A thing I've done to just overcome it is clear it out and ignore competition, just compete with myself, you know what I mean, kind of just try to grow within, and that's come from a lot of just personal development stuff that I've done within myself. What about you?
I totally agree with that. I totally agree. I think that part of dealing with insecurities is that you got to a couple things. You have to redefine success. You got to put it in the context of where you understand what you're really fighting for, and you understand what matters and what doesn't matter. I mean, we all are competitive in nature. At least most of the guys I hang out with, the people I hang out with, and we want to be the very best. And when we hear somebody else that's having success or whatever the case may be, it's a distraction at best, and it's a reckless distraction at worst. I mean, it completely gets us sideways and it takes us in a completely different direction. And so, a couple things is, one, that I've definitely learned over the years is about 99% of the stuff that you actually hear about somebody else's success is bullshit, quite frankly. They're nowhere near where you believe they are. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than what you think is going on. And it's real easy to talk about this number or that number, or these sales or that sales, but at the end of the day, none of it's relevant as it relates to what's going on in your world, right? All you can control is what you do, what your actions are, what you how you react to things day in and day out. And so to measure yourself against other people like that, I don't think is very, very useful. What I have a tendency to do is really focus on I've started framing success in terms of time a while back, and
And
basically,
freedom.
yeah, do I get to do whatever the hell I want to do with my time?
Yeah.
And if I do, and I'm actually doing it, then by any stretch of the imagination, then I'm wildly successful. If I'm making enough money to do what I want to do, if I'm having enough fun, hang out with the right people, spending time with my family, if all those things are in line, then what anybody else is doing, it really doesn't really matter. And so just stay on point. Now, if that's not true, then the only way I can measure success is make that happen. Build the business to make that happen, because that's what success really is. It's not about the money or this project or that project or this product. It's how do you create that situation? Freedom.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I've really started looking at success as freedom and not so much, well, it's money, well, it's power, well, it's none of that, actually. Success is freedom. It's choice, right? It's deciding what you want to do today, tomorrow, the next day, and having the opportunity to say, well, yeah, I can do that if I want to. That's the ultimate level of success, and it's a lot easier to reach if you truly understand that. There's actually no ceiling if you actually understand that as well. Because you can want and you can want to succeed, but I was talking to my friend Jesse, and he said something that made a lot of sense. Is if you're happy within and you're happy with it within everything that's going on with you, then you can want more, but you don't. The fact that you don't need it is what creates that success and happiness.
Totally. I mean, that congruency like that. I mean, it's the difference between being satisfied and being content.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? Being content means that you're gracious, that you understand where you are and what it took to get there, and that not that it's good enough, but that you've done well for yourself, and so you need to sit back and take a breath of fresh air and appreciate it. Being satisfied, I don't even know that I've ever been satisfied with anything, right? I mean,
yeah,
I'm always pushing,
yeah,
but I'm also content. Like I understand what really matters. Being able to
yeah,
control my time and not have somebody else control it for me is a massive, massive thing. And so all the insecurities I can tell you, at least in my own world over the years, they've all been self-imposed. In
yeah.
almost every case, it's never been what I thought it was. What was going on in my head was never what I really thought it was. It's just self-imposed. It's just bullshit.
Yeah, I think a quick exercise to give people, just to kind of leave them with an exercise, would be if you're having insecurities and doubts, maybe write down all the positive things. Write down all the good things that are having an impact in your life, and compare the two. I guarantee you that your insecurities are self-imposed and coming from some bullshit self-doubt that you had from comparing yourself from something or someone else, or not achieving enough. And if you actually break down what you've been doing and how you are moving forward, I think getting to see that, it's something that makes you a lot more content.
100%. So guys, that's what we would recommend, right? Basically, it's a normal process of being an entrepreneur to have a little bit of self-doubt, to have some insecurities, to kind of question what you're doing. It's all part of the process, but it's also part of the growth as well. So, continue fighting through it, and continue growing as an entrepreneur. And as always, we're here for you. On behalf of myself and Los, if you need anything from us, just go to freedomstrategies.com, check it out. You find out a lot of more information about each of us, our businesses, and how we can work together. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast as we update it regularly. So with that,
It's actually freedomstrategies.tv. So,
sorry, freedomstrategies.tv, my bad, brother. I do know
but
that. That's kind of like you with the Walkman.
all right, guys. With that said, we'll see you on the next one.